Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the How to Build series where we're going through every single champion in the game, rare and above, and I'm giving you a quick reference guide for the newer and earlier game players who feel like they just need a little bit of guidance with a particular champion and whether or not they're worth putting time into and what you could get out of them, etc. So I won't be going into late game builds and strats and masteries as that gets a little convoluted and can be a little specific based on how you want to use a champion. So again, it's just a quick reference guide for players less experienced than I am. Quick disclaimer, I'm not saying my way is the best way or the only way. I'm not saying I know better than everybody else. As I said, I just want to get these out for the players with less experience than I have to help them head in the right direction and kind of understand what's going on with a particular champion. So I am going to run through this, so get the notepad ready, get ready on the pause and rewind, and let's go ahead and jump into it with the Lamellar, I guess is how you would say that. He is an HP champ in a Sacred Order, and his base HP is up there. He is pushing 20,000 base HP. That is pretty nice. Base attack is what you would expect out of an HP champ. Defense is okay, and speed is on the low side. Speed is definitely on the low side, but let's see what we're doing with him and see how much that actually matters. First skill, attacks one enemy, has a 10% chance of placing a 30% decreased defense debuff for 2 turns. Damage is based on HP. That's important to note with that super high base HP. Now, skilled up, that's a 25% chance of placing a defense break on the first skill. Now, if you haven't heard me mention this before, if you haven't seen any of my other videos, first skill defense breaks should never be overlooked. They're great to have. Now, the more utility a champion has around them will determine their real value. But generally speaking, if a champion has a first turn defense break, you can find something to do with them. You can find a use for them. Now, in his case, it is a low chance. If you scale him up, it's a 25% chance, which gets better, but I still don't love it. But it is on the first skill, so that's worth taking into consideration. It's also worth mentioning that his damage scales off of HP. So you don't have to ruin him, you don't have to put gear on him to make him do damage. You just simply have to shoot his HP up, and that's going to dictate how much damage he's able to do. So again, the first turn defense break should not be overlooked. He automatically gets a bump for that alone. Then another little bonus because it scales off HP, and that's the stat we're obviously going to be focusing on for him. Second skill, attacks all enemies, places a 25% decrease attack buff for 2 turns. Now, was the defense break 2 turns or 1 turn? The defense break is 2 turns as well. Alright, so it's an AoE skill with an attack break that also scales off of his HP. Now, this is really nice, again, because it's AoE and it's an attack break, which means it's everybody else in the fight that's going against you is now going to be doing less damage to you because he puts the attack break on him, right? So he's making things easier to kill, and he's making it harder for them to kill you. And he's also pumping out damage because his damage scales based on his HP. So I'm digging it. I'm digging his little kit so far. I think we're going to be able to find some uses for him. And then his passive decreases the damage taken by 30%. Decreases the damage taken by this champion by 30% when their HP drops below 30%. So this means the closer you get to killing him, the harder he gets to kill. So that's pretty cool. Nothing wrong with that. There's no cooldowns on it or anything. It just means if his HP is below 30%, he's going to be taking less damage. On top of the fact that he's probably going to put an attack break on someone, so they're already going to be doing less damage. So under 30%, he's going to be taking very little damage. So interesting kit. Based on this, I think great in dungeons. Right off the top, I think he's going to be great in a few of the dungeons. The attack break. I mean, he's bringing 2 of the very crucial things to making your your dungeon runs easier, and the attack break and the defense break. The first turn defense break, again, is crucial. It's really nice to have, and I think he'd also be good in campaign. If you're trying to push through campaign, this AoE attack break for the waves and even for the bosses in campaign is going to make it a lot easier for your team to survive and do what they need to do. And the defense break, as he's pumping those out, he's only got 2 skills. And this one, even skilled up, is a 3-turn cooldown, which means he's going to be using this pretty frequently, which means he's got a lot of chances to get that defense break up on somebody. So while it may be a smaller percentage to land, he's going to be doing it a lot more because he doesn't have a lot of different skills to cycle through, right? And then, yeah, so I'm going to say dungeons and campaign are where he's really going to shine. I don't know that he's got a ton of utility. I mean, the attack break would be nice in Arena, but generally in Arena you want to get in, get out. If he had some sort of provoke, you know, I guess you could use him as like an affinity advantage tank. You could kind of play the affinity card in Arena if you're paying that much attention and take him in. But again, I don't think he's got a ton of utility in Arena with this kit alone. I think he would need a little bit more. But I would say campaign and dungeons, he's going to be great. He's going to be a great thing to have on your team. So let's talk about how to gear him up. Obviously, HP. So HP sets right off the bat. We want to shoot that HP up as much as we possibly can. He needs no attack. You can focus a little bit on defense if you like. It's not crucial, but it wouldn't be a bad idea to have a little bit of defense on him. And then speed. It would be nice to have some speed on him, because the more he can turn cycle, the more he can do this, which means the more opportunities he has to put that defense break on. But we're definitely, I don't know that we're gonna like prioritize speed on him, but we want accuracy. So let's talk about the stats we want on him. We know we want HP percentage. We know we want accuracy. So I think those are going to be his two main stats that we're going to be worried about. So HP sets and accuracy sets right off the top are the things we're going to want to be focusing on. And then, again, if you wanted to put some defense on him, that's fine. And then we want to get a little speed on him. So if I was going to build this dude, I mean, it would obviously depend on the artifacts I had, but I'm definitely putting an HP set on him. I'm definitely putting an accuracy set on him. Then what might even be a reasonable thing to do is put a speed set on him, but still put HP percentage on the boots. You know what I mean? Like I said, I don't know that you just want to pump speed. You could put speed on the boots if you liked, but HP percentage on the gloves, HP percentage on the armor, and then HP percentage on the boots, and then speed if you felt like you wanted to put speed on him. And then the sets, I would go HP, accuracy, speed. Those are the sets I'd probably be thinking about. And then in your substats, you're looking for HP percentage, accuracy, speed, defense percentage. And yeah, I think particularly in dungeons, he's going to be nice to have. He's going to keep attack breaks and defense breaks on the dungeon bosses, and that's going to be nice. And then campaign, he can help you push through if there's campaign stages that you kind of find yourself struggling with. I think adding him to the team would be nice, because he's going to make the waves weaker, the bosses weaker, and again, he's going to be pumping out the defense breaks. So kind of a fun little unit, actually. Pretty cool, and the passive is a nice bonus as well. I would say I would give him, like, for the things that you'll be using him for, to take him into a dungeon team or push through campaign, I think he's going to be pretty useful, and he's going to be really easy to gear. And he's going to be doing a decent amount of damage because he scales off HP, and you're going to shoot his HP up. So I'm going to give him like a 6.5, I think, for what you're using him for and the utility you're getting out of him. I don't think something between 6.5 and 7 is unreasonable for this dude. You know, he's going to do the jobs that you need him to do very well, I would imagine, as long as you get the accuracy on him and gear him up moderately well. I think he's going to serve his purpose, and he's going to serve it really well. So I think that's going to do it for Lamellar. I hope it was helpful. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments. If you have any comments about the video, if you're using him and you think he's better than I said or worse than I said, or you're doing some things with him maybe I didn't touch on, feel free to let us know in the comments. There's nothing wrong with having more information out there. If you want to try to catch me live on Twitch, I go live every weekday at 6 p.m. Eastern at twitch.tv/JGigs. Other than that, I appreciate you watching. I hope this helped. If this wasn't your champion, I'm doing my best to get through these as quickly as possible. So if I haven't done your champion already, they are on the way. Other than that, have a good one. I'll see you guys in the next one.